guys, welcome back. I am continuing the march on getting this place together. This is a continuation of the last video that I shared, getting the apartment clean. I was here this morning waiting for the movers to come. They had called and said they were going to come a little later, so or maybe they weren't going to come at all on this day. I can't remember. It was kind of like a whirlwind. No, they did. They came on this day. It was the day before. I can't remember. Either way, I decided to go ahead and get my new shower curtain hung up and the new rugs put down. And I had bought some new dishcloths that I wanted to get in the wash and get them dried before the movers showed up. They were just the sweetest kids and just so polite and moved very quickly. When you hire movers, they usually give you like a 2-hour window, depending on the size of the move, container, or what have you. They'll tell you what they think it's going to take. They gave me 2 hours. They were finished in, I want to say, an hour and maybe 20 minutes. Because we had the pod parked pretty much right outside the apartment, and I allowed them to use the French door, and you're going to see that that was a big mistake. However, I wanted to make sure to stay under that 2-hour mark, so it was quicker to allow them to use the French door into the apartment because the pod was pretty much right outside. So that meant that my freshly mopped floors that I had done 4 times, I mentioned in the last video, and got sparkling clean, were going to be filthy. But that's fine. I'm okay with that because as I was getting everything moved, you're going to see this apartment fills up pretty darn quickly. They were really sweet. They offered to take their shoes off each time they came in, and I said, no, don't do that. It's just I'll get to it. So I did vacuum and mop as I was going. So what I did was once they got everything in and, I was able to get everything put in place, I vacuumed, obviously, the mess, and then I got everything mopped as I was, when I was all done. So I mopped several times this apartment. I didn't know how else to handle it. It's a small space, and you're going to see it got really full. So you'll see Ernie showed up from work because he was going to take the dining room table and chairs to the office so that they have a place to sit and eat. And so he showed up. These guys were so sweet. They wanted to set, things up. They were just really nice. And I said, there's no room for anything. So just put it where you can. And so that's what they were doing. Like I said, really sweet boys, super helpful. And they moved very quickly. But because I knew that we had a small space to work in and it was going to fill up really quick, I was trying to get boxes unpacked as soon as they were bringing them in. And the boxes started backing up really quickly, so I didn't get to all of them, right away. But I was trying my hardest to get as many boxes unpacked as they were bringing them in. And there was some boxes that had hardly anything in it. I did put a lampshade, you see, was in one of the boxes. There's going to be a couple of boxes that just have a few things in it. All of these cable boxes Ernie brought from California. And I said, babe. And he said, no, they told me they didn't need them. They don't take them back anymore, which is such a waste. I don't understand that. But either way, was getting things unpacked and looking through everything and seeing what is it that I really need. Now, I will tell you, when I packed up the apartment in San Jose, California, I had 2 sections. I had no idea what our apartment in Florida was going to look like. I was hoping that we were going to end up with a neutral palette, and yes, we did. That's fabulous. So as I was packing boxes for the apartment in Florida, the future apartment, I was packing things that go together so that the apartment would have a neutral palette. So everything that I packed as far as decor-wise was meant for our new space in Florida and that it would go together. And then I had a whole nother section because if you guys remember, I know it's been a while, but when I packed that apartment up, when we left that apartment, I packed up our truck with a bunch of stuff that I knew would eventually end up at our home in Tennessee. But we had a storage unit in Southern California that was going to be picked up and moved to Tennessee. So we drove everything that I wanted to bring with me to Tennessee from the apartment to SoCal, put it in the storage unit so that when that storage unit got moved to Tennessee, it would come with us here. So I'm only unpacking what I thought I would use decor-wise. There's a lot of kitchen gadgets. The reason why there's so much kitchen is because I'm just going to catch you up really quickly. I'm giving you guys an overview of what it looks like. They're gone now. And this is what I'm left with. This is the apartment. You see the floor is filthy again. So anyways, there's a lot of stuff because I moved in with Ernie while we were looking for a new home. So in between homes, I moved in with him. So that was like our home, the apartment was. So I had a lot of things there that, we typically wouldn't have at a work apartment or apartment out of state. A lot of things that you would have typically in your forever home, if you will. So anyways, as I was going through that, I was like, I don't need this, I don't need that. At this point, I was so overwhelmed, I couldn't move. I wasn't exactly sure where to start. Some of the boxes were rather heavy. Some of them had decor in it that I wasn't ready to get to yet. But I couldn't really take everything out of the boxes yet because I was really overwhelmed. It was a lot. But then I stopped and I took a breather. You'll see here that I pull the vacuum out because I want to vacuum up as I'm going. I'm vacuuming the floor as I'm going because I didn't want to put anything into place. I couldn't bring the mop out. It would have been just too much. But I knew that I was going to get the whole space mopped once all the furniture was in place. But I didn't want to put pieces in place with dirt underneath it. So I was making sure to vacuum as I was going along. It was a very tight squeeze. And you'll see me stop for a minute like I just did and pause and just go, what the heck? What am I doing? Where do I go from here? But you're going to see that I'm going to pull this together pretty quickly. I'm going to bounce over to the kitchen as well. I was kind of bouncing around everywhere, but I really wanted to get a place to sit. I wanted to get the TV going because I wanted some motivation, and YouTube cleaning videos always motivate me. I have my favorites, so I wanted to get that going. And I really, really wanted to cook a meal in the house. In the apartment, but we ended up not staying on this night, and that's because we still had one more night left in the hotel. We were going to, but it turns out that they broke our bed frame, so we had to go buy a new bed frame and everything. So I got as much done as I could get done, and then we left, and I came back the next day, and that was the day that I pulled everything together, and you'll see it here coming up, and I was able to cook, and it's a long video. It's almost an hour long. Can you believe it? So sorry. There's a lot of footage. I sped it up so that it would, go by quickly. I hope you guys are okay with how long the video is. But I didn't want to break this up in two. I just feel like that's not fun to do. But I also wanted to share that I cooked our last meal. I didn't go do like a recipe or anything. I sped that up, but you'll see that I got a meal cooked, and we were all settled in at the end of this video. But watch as I transform this apartment. Enjoy.
To keep it nice and clean, not freak out and cause a scene. I try to hold it together, keep it together, not not show who I really am. Just be cute and super bland. I try to hold it together, keep it together. Been playing it down, but I'm so getting tired. Now won't you meet high? 'Cause I've been feeling that crazy, and I need to lose control. So baby, put the record on, baby, put the record on, hit it. And I've been needing that crazy, and I gotta let it go. So baby, put the record on, I'm not gonna need that song, hit it. Monday came and swept away all the fun of yesterdays. But I'm gonna hold it together, this ain't forever. Need a shot and then a beat, somewhere to let off some steam. I'm not the one to say never, never say never. Been playing it down, but I'm so getting tired. Now won't you meet high? 'Cause I've been feeling that crazy, and I need to lose control. So baby, put the record on, baby, put the record on, hit it. And I've been needing that crazy, and I gotta let it go. So baby, put the record on, I'm not gonna need that song, hit it. Come with me. I'm gonna get this party lit. Come with me. Let's do something we'll regret.
Come with me. I'm gonna get this party lit. Come with me. Let's do something we'll regret.
'Cause I've been feeling that crazy, and I need to lose control. So baby, put the record on, baby, put the record on, hit it. And I've been needing that crazy, and I gotta let it go. So baby, put the record on, I'm not gonna need that song, hit it.
At this point, I realized that unless I got some boxes unpacked, I wasn't going to be able to do much in the living space. So I moved over to the kitchen. I don't know if you noticed, but they bent two of the TV's legs in the back, and all of the covers were broken off of the feet. There's like decorative covers, not decorative, but like covers that go on them. And those were broken off, which is fine. The TV still works. We ended up putting that TV in our bedroom because I have to have a TV on while I fall asleep. It's just how I have always fallen asleep, to noise, music, or TV. And we bought a new TV for the living room because the one in San Jose had a red line going through it. So Ernie gave it to one of the movers, and we knew that we were going to need to buy a new one for the new apartment. So we did that. But now I'm going to get everything put away. I ended up switching everything around. I wasn't really sure how everything was going to go in this kitchen. It's always a hard thing for me when I move into a home. I kind of nailed it on the head when I moved into this home in Tennessee. I haven't felt the need to move anything around at all in my kitchen. Everything just makes sense. So that's kind of a first for me. Usually when I move into a new kitchen, I end up changing things around probably a month or two later because I didn't think it through. And anyways, I end up doing that here, and it works out wonderful. But yeah, I had a lot of boxes that needed to get unpacked, and they were taking up a lot of room. So I'm now just going to get the kitchen done. I needed the visual clutter to go away. It was driving me insane. I did end up going to Target and purchasing, because I cleaned all the cabinets out. You'll see that I end up getting the drawers cleaned out eventually because I realized I didn't do that. I don't know how it was. I went back and looked at the video from before. I got all of the cabinets and wiped down in the front of the drawers, the silverware drawers, the ones where like the coffee pot is, the ones on the left. I got those done on the outside, but those 4 I did not clean on the inside, which is weird. I did all the other ones, so I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, I bought shelf liner. And I got everything lined. I did some here on camera, but I did most of them the following week. I was trying to get us all settled in too because we were leaving, I think this was on a Wednesday. No, this was on a Tuesday. The following day was on a Wednesday. We were leaving on Thursday, or Friday, sorry, to drive to Clearwater, Florida, and we were going to go see Anna Maria Island and everything, and so we were going to stay the weekend there. So I wanted to get us all set up so that when we came back to a put together apartment. So I was kind of on a time crunch, but not really, I mean, what else do I have to do but move us in? So I got as far as I could go on this day. Ernie came and picked me up. We went and had lunch. I went and got some more stuff for the apartment. And as far as like the shelf liner goes and a couple things that I needed for cleaning purposes. And then the next day, which was, we checked out of it was early. We checked out of the hotel on his way to work. He dropped me off at the apartment complex. And I said, okay, this is it. This is the day. So it was now Wednesday, or it could have been Thursday. I don't remember. I just knew I was on a time crunch because I needed to do laundry and we needed to pack because we had been staying at a hotel for 3 days. So I needed to pack us up for Clearwater. So not only that, but I wanted to make sure that we had a decent place to come back to after our little weekend getaway. And then I wanted to cook a home-cooked meal. We were tired of eating out. I don't know about you guys, but we enjoy eating out. Don't get me wrong, but not every meal every day. And it's just really hard. So I could not wait to get to the grocery store and get food to put in here and so that I could cook. So I actually, the week before I left, I wanted to make, what was it? I was going to cook something, and I said, gosh, I don't have all the ingredients, and I went to Instacart, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't use Instacart that often. I use it rarely. I prefer to go to the grocery store. I feel like every time I use Instacart, they screw up something, so I prefer to not use them. However, when I'm in a pickle like this, I don't have a car, and I needed things from the grocery store, and Ernie's working, so it's not like I could just call and say, hey, go to the store and get me this. So I did use my Instacart while I was here the last week while I was in Florida, and it was awesome. The guy did a great job, but I was able to, what did I make? I can't remember. Darn it. Anywho, it was off of Instacart recipes. So I don't know if you know this, but if you go to Instacart, they have recipes on there. And the cool thing about it is if you find a recipe that you want, then you just add all the ingredients to your cart, and it's lovely. However, I will mention this. I didn't notice this until after. But it is AI generated. The recipes are AI generated. I hate AI. I'm totally against AI. I hate it. I think it's horrible, and I hate that is where we're at in life. However, it's AI generated, and so the recipes are not perfect. Oh, now I know what I made. Now that I just said that, recipes aren't perfect. It was chicken francese. I don't know. It's Italian. Anywho, I was like, wow, that sounds really good with mashed potatoes, what have you. So I put all the ingredients in my cart, followed the recipe, made it. It was delicious. But because our phones listen to us, my recipes kept coming up on YouTube, and I saw recipes on YouTube. It has lemon in it. So it's basically, I feel like my chicken piccata is basically what it is. There's a couple of differences, but I didn't put any lemon in it because it was AI generated. It wasn't a proper recipe. If you read closely, it says AI generated, so keep that in mind, when you're making the, but if you've never made the recipe before, how do you know, right? So there you go. So that is my complaint about AI. And also something that I wanted to share with you. It's kind of cool that you can find recipes on Instacart and add all the ingredients to your cart. And then you have the option to go back, like let's say the recipe calls for garlic powder, and you have garlic powder. You can go in and delete that off the list, once you've added it. So I didn't do that with thyme, and so now the apartment has 2 brand new things of thyme with just a little bit used for the recipe. Kind of silly, but I thought that was really cool and kind of a tip that to share with you guys. I didn't know that until now because, like I said, I don't use Instacart that often. I am old school. I will always be old school. I have to touch fill. I want to choose my tomatoes. I want to choose my avocados. I want to choose what I'm putting in my cart and in my home, but I love that it's there, which I believe is the purpose of it. I don't believe that Instacart is supposed to be used every single time. I think that it was created for those busy people or, when you're in a pinch. And so that's just my opinion. But anywho, I'm also annoyed at all of the pickup parking spaces in front of every frickin' store now. Oh gosh, I'm going on a tangent here. But I am going to complain just for a minute. When you drive up to a store like Target and there's like 15 spots reserved for people who are too lazy to get out of their car and go into the grocery or go into Target. And I'm not saying that to the people who have to do that. Like I said that to my daughter-in-law and she got offended. She goes, I love Target pickup. I use it all the time. And I said, well, I think it's annoying. I really do. Here in Florida, I did notice that most of the stores, well, Walmart, I'm not going to say most of the stores, Walmart, theirs are like in the back of the store. So, so that's whatever. But, so that annoyed me. That annoys me. But also, there was something else that annoyed me. Maybe that's my cue to shut up. Anyways, you see I'm pulling everything together. I'm back. I got some boxes unpacked, so I had some room to wiggle. So that bar cart, I don't know why Ernie brought it. We're not setting that up. This second bar cart goes in the bathroom, which you'll see later. I put it in the bathroom. But I put that thing out on the patio. And do you know that it took less than 24 hours for wasps to start building a nest on the top shelf underneath? Ernie ended up taking that to the dumpster and setting it out by the dumpster to, after he killed the wasps. He set it out by the dumpster. Maybe, somebody would have wanted it. But we got rid of a bunch of stuff, you guys. Sorry, not sorry. I was unpacking going, why? Why? My goal for this apartment is to have exactly what it is that we want and need and nothing more. So you guys are not going to see me do a lot of massive decorating to this apartment. I'm going to hang some pictures. I'm going to get a rug because we needed it. The last apartment we had carpet in the bedroom. This apartment has no carpet at all. So we needed something warm and cozy under our feet, so I chose to use the area rug that we had in our living room at the last apartment in the bedroom, and I bought a new one for the living room here. But as far as decor goes, I'm not getting crazy here at all. I packed the apartment up. I think I mentioned I packed the apartment up in California with decor that I believed would go together and look nice together in this apartment or whatever future apartment we got. And so that is what I did, but I'm not buying anything more. I mean, I might buy, I don't know. I really don't want to be honest. It's just a place it's cozy as is. Let's just put it that way. So, Ernie's great at taking pictures. There are so many photos on his camera that I can print up and frame and use it as art anywhere I want in the apartment. It'd be fabulous. So, I think we could get creative, right? I mean, we could get creative as adults, and you'll see I ended up putting that leather chair over in the corner. I really like it there. Ernie was so excited. Came home, he missed his leather chair. But anyways, we could get creative, like for a bathroom. Let's say you're at the garden center and there's a fountain with a sink faucet, maybe take a nice picture of that and blur out the background or something and frame that and put it in your bathroom, or, some ocean photos, that kind of thing. He did great. He took a bunch of photos for me so that I can go through them and use them in the bunk room because I'm doing the nautical theme there. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, I didn't do all this this art, and decor I brought with. So I didn't buy anything new. We are going to have to buy curtains for the bedroom because the blinds let way too much light in. And when I'm there on the weekends or even just there and I want to sleep in, I can't when the bright light is shining through. And, when Ernie has to stay on the weekends because he has to work on a Saturday, I'm sure on that Sunday he's going to want to sleep in a little bit, and you can't when there's, bright light coming through the window. Also, it's an apartment complex. We're on the lower floor, and there's lamps in the parking lot or lighting in the parking lot. So we definitely need to get curtains for the bedroom. So we're going to do that the next trip out there. I'm not going to do any live plants in this apartment because it's a waste. Simply because the next move is imminent, and we don't want to, we're not going to be able to move live plants. So we're not doing any of that. But I did end up getting, on Instagram, I shared just some pics from Walmart, and didn't spend a whole lot of money, but, brought some greenery into the space and livened it up. I think that every space needs to have that. So I wanted to get started on all the bedding, the slip covers for the sofa. I need to get that done. And the bedding, I wanted to get that done. So getting started on some laundry and just continuing the march. It's coming together though, and it's starting to look good. And at this point, I was really starting to feel less anxious.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. 'Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always prey on the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. You, 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 not afraid to love you. You, 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 not afraid to love you. I'm gonna go where my heart is. From now on, I'm being honest. I'm gonna show that I got this love, 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 love. 'Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always prey on the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. You, 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 not afraid to love you. You, 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 not afraid to love you.
Oh, I couldn't wait to get the bedroom set up. So this is the window where I'm telling you there's too much bright light that comes in. It's great for filming and great for energy levels during the day, but we definitely need to get curtains. The ceilings are very tall in these apartments, so because of the sheer volume in the room, it makes the apartment feel so much bigger than it is, and we just love it. I also love the fact that there are no, there's no carpet. You'll see that I'm wearing my shoes again in the apartment, and the reason why is because I'm going to end up mopping again. I'm vacuuming as I go, but I didn't want my feet to get all dirty again like they did the first day. So, these movers were in and out, in and out. Ernie and I were in and out, in and out. And so I, was just vacuuming, and I was playing musical moving boxes. I was playing musical everything, but my goal is to get tubs like that gray one that I just carried in there. Actually, I think Ernie took that tub. Wow, what did I do with that tub? I don't remember. I only remember the black and gold one. But my goal is to have tubs. So when we pack up next time, no boxes, all tubs, and I'll have everything wrapped in bubble wrap, and I'll just save the bubble wrap as I unpack in those tubs to make life easier for moves. But I was really excited to get the bedroom set up because I knew that we were going to, be sleeping there this night. Like I said, Ernie needed to we had went to the store. I had got a new bed frame, and then groceries. I didn't do a grocery haul or anything. This video is long, so I didn't do a grocery haul or anything, but I did go to the grocery store and get some groceries. Didn't spend a whole lot or buy a whole lot, just what I needed to make dinner and what we need for the mornings and that kind of thing. But you can see I mopped again and took my shoes off, and that's kind of what I was doing in the apartment. I didn't get it on video, or if I did, I'm not sharing it because, again, this video is too long, but just know that what I did in this room is what I did throughout the apartment because I didn't know how else to do it. I had to get things unpacked and moved into their spots before I could mop again, and so, yeah. Anyways, this rug fit perfectly in here. I was so stoked that it fit in here. I wasn't really sure. Like I said, we didn't know when we were packing up, we had no idea what apartment was going to look like when, we moved to Florida. So we had no idea. And so we were very, very happy. We also didn't know that we were going to get an apartment that had no carpet. So we were very happy and thankful that this carpet literally was perfect for putting under the bed in this room. It was lovely. So I'm going to get that vacuumed up. This is the carpet that I wanted to shampoo, but I ultimately decided to not purchase a shampooer because it was just another thing to have at the apartment. If I feel the need to do that later, then I will. But like I said, I'm trying to minimize the stuff. And, I just don't want to have a ton of stuff when we move. As it is, you can be a minimalist, and then when you pack to move, you're like blown away. I've had rooms where I thought the rooms were minimal as far as items and things, and when I go to pack it, I'm 6-7 boxes deep. So being a true minimalist is hard work. But, when you're in a space, you want to be comfortable, and so that was the goal. Also, as far as like real bedroom furniture, I got this for under this headboard off of Wayfair for under $200 a few years ago. And these nightstands, quote unquote, little side tables are from Home Goods. And I picked them up separately at different times. We needed a place to put our water and a lamp. So that is what I picked up, and they've worked out perfectly. Actually, at the last apartment we were in, the bedroom was a very small, so these were essential for that size bedroom. But they work out. They work exactly, Of course, me being a decorator, my instinct is to want to decorate a room completely. And, I can't because this isn't home. And like I said, I want to keep everything really minimal. But I'm trying to put this new bed frame together and hook it up to the headboard so that I could I wanted the bed all made and everything before Ernie got home. And I could not figure it out for the life of me, so I had to wait for him to come home. So you're going to see me mess with this, and then I eventually leave it alone and I move into the kitchen. I bought a new frying pan. I had Ernie throw away most of the pans from, not the good stuff, but most of the pans, all of the pans actually, because they were the cheap Walmart ones, so they had loose handles, and they just weren't any good anymore. So I told him, don't even bother packing those, just toss them. And so we bought one good frying pan. We got the beautiful frying pan with the lid from Walmart, and it was a good price. I think it was $29 or $39, and it was perfect. It came in handy. The only thing is Ernie says he could use a smaller one for his eggs. So I told him, well, buy a smaller one for your eggs. But I used it the whole time I was there, and it worked out perfect. So that was really the only thing that I needed to buy for the kitchen aside from food and spices. So I gave up on that picture or bed frame, and now I'm in the kitchen. I wanted to make sure to get this all put together because it was getting close to when I needed to start cooking, so I'm just kind of rushing through there. And there's that beautiful pan. I got this. That's what I got, because I took my clear silverware from the apartment organizer to the house, my acrylic one, and so I got this. This is the Better Homes and Garden, and I needed a place to put silverware, so I went ahead and did that. And this is the liner. Well, you're gonna see I put liner in here. This is the liner that I got, and I ended up doing all of the kitchen. I didn't fill up every kitchen cabinet, but this is when I noticed that I I didn't clean these drawers on this side of the kitchen. I don't know why. I did the outside, but not the inside. Very weird. Anyways, I got everything lined, and it was so nice, to finally do that. But anyways, I'm going to quit jibber jabbering. I could talk to you guys all day long. I've missed you guys so much, and I missed being creative, and I missed sharing with you guys, but it was also wonderful to give myself a break and take the time. Sometimes I think we need to do that to re-energize ourselves. So anyways, let's get this apartment finished. Okay, at this point I'm still wearing my shoes because I vacuumed but have not mopped yet. At this point I pretty much had everything in a good place. I was feeling good about the apartment. I had laundry going really good. I was feeling like I had control now, and it was getting close to time to cook dinner, so I really wanted to do that, and I figured I'd wait to mop until afterwards. So I just wanted to get the pan, washed because I was going to be using that. And I was going to make some salsa, some rice, some carne asada, some quesadillas, and I do beans? I can't remember if I did beans or not. I think I did. No, I don't think I did. Yeah, I did. I did beans with jalapeno in it. And it was so nice to have a home-cooked meal. I know Ernie really appreciated it. I originally was going to share a cooking portion with you guys. That's why you see me moving around, but this video just has gone too long, so I decided I did beans with chorizo, and and so I ended up not doing that. But that is going to conclude today's video. Hopefully you guys come back to see how the apartment turns out. I got decor put out, and I just finished pulling it all together, tying up all the loose ends. And so hopefully you guys are interested in seeing that. I hope that you are. I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you so much for staying till the end. You guys are just, I have the most amazing group of people here in my corner of YouTube, and I love you guys so much. You guys are just amazing. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. So if you're new, don't be shy. Give me a hello. Let me know where you're from, where you're watching from, and let's chat. All right, guys, that is going to do it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bon appetit. Bye, guys.